All action takes place first outside and then inside a local bar. Todd and Meg get out of Meg's convertible. Meg is obviously agitated as she slams the car door.
The kind of investment you're asking the company to make is too risky. They can't assure shareholders that the return is there.
Why do I even bother? You're just like the rest. Crunch these numbers in your spare time. The amount of electricity can be used when all the gassed vehicles are converted to electricity and see how that affects the company's bottom line.
But it doesn't work renewably without lots of battery storage, and those costs are too high.
Fine, do nothing. Screw the world.
No wonder the company won't let you present to the council with responses like that.
Boss is just protecting her relationship with the mayor. It's all a dance. Shit, we're so late.
Don't tell me. The world is about to end and you need to argue the case.
Why in the world did I let you come along? You're intolerable.
I invited myself along to hopefully learn more about the mysterious Meg. Does she have a social life or does she work 24/7?
Christ. There's Henri. Henri, sorry I'm late.
Ah, ma chérie, pas de problème.
They exchange the traditional French kiss, touching lightly each side of the other's cheeks. He holds Meg at arm's length and gives her a long look up and down.
Tu ne changes pas, non? Toujours agréable. Et qui est cet homme-là? Un petit ami?
Meg blushes and pulls away to introduce Todd, who does not understand French.
Henri, let me introduce Todd Lewinsky, a coworker, un collègue de travail seulement. Todd, this is Henri. He's over here on business from Paris.
Pleased to meet you.
He extends a hand, clearly not wanting the kissing routine. Henri takes a drag of his cigarette, giving Todd a long look before extending his hand.
Enchanté.
Do you have to be so
Quoi, Meg?
like a turtle sunning itself on a rock, nose in the air? But you're Parisian, no? Have you been waiting long? You could have gone inside where it's warmer.
I've been here a while, and yes, I've been inside, mais on ne peut pas fumer là, n'est-ce pas?
Actually, it's a good thing Carly's not here yet, or she'd have given you a ration of shit about smoking.
He gestures to his cigarette in his hand.
Elle est là-bas. She's quite the piece of work.
Damn, I'd better go smooth things over, or this will be a very long night indeed.
Un moment, je suis presque prêt.
Puts out his cigarette, but keeps it between his fingers. Meg addresses Todd.
Are you sure you don't want to go find something else to do?
Au contrary. I'm looking forward to an entertaining evening.
Meg gives Todd a threatening look as if about to swear again and throws up her hands in despair, shaking her head. They head inside the bar where Carly waits impatiently at a table.
Finally!
Sorry, Carly. I understand you've met Henri.
Henri waves his cigarette at Carly, who waves away imaginary smoke in disgust.
But I don't think you've met my coworker, Todd. Todd, this is Carly, assistant professor of environmental sciences at the college.
They look each other over, and it seems to be love at first sight.
Yo, Carly, did you order a picture?
Yes, I did. So what was the big crisis at work that kept you late on a Friday night?
Meg was demanding we all work harder to save the world.
Remember, you don't have to be here.
All right, Meg.
Hold your applause. I've not succumbed to the religion of Carly, where instead of the simple 10 commandments, there's an overwhelming multitude of thou shalt nots. If Carly had her way, we'd all be walking everywhere, not a car in sight.
Life without your convertible. How could you survive?
The question is, how are we going to survive if we keep driving our gas guzzlers?
Ah, ma chérie, we in the oil industry will continue to make lots and lots of money.
You self-centered.
Actually, I do want your input, Carly, about this fiasco at work. But first things first. Beer, anyone?
A toast. si je peux, to liberty and the pursuit of wealth.
Brandishing the unlit cigarette like a sword, he stops mid-swing, noticing the angry scowl on Carly's face.
Non, non, non. Pardon. To my good friend Meg and her friends. À la bonne vie.
Here, here.
Here, cheers.
Here.
Hello? Earth to Meg. What are you staring at? Or rather, who is that good-looking dude you're staring at?
Oui, qui est-il?
This is crazy. If I'm not mistaken, that's my old boyfriend from high school. I wonder what he's doing in the city.
I knew I joined this adventure for a good reason. Go, invite him over.
Meg goes over and taps Andy on the shoulder. They hug, obviously still attracted to each other.
He looks like a keeper. So, Carly, is there somebody out there saying the same thing about you?
Cette bête-là?
With a subtle finger rubbing the side of the nose only Henri can see, Carly directs her full attention to Todd.
I wish. Although, I was thinking the same thing about you, which is crazy. I mean, we just met.
They are interrupted by the return of Meg with Andy.
Everyone, this is Andy. Andy, this is Carly, Todd, and Andre.
Hi, y'all.
So tell us, what could possibly draw you away from your farm into the big city?
It's actually pretty exciting. I got a USDA grant to help urban farmers replicate the sustainable agricultural hub we have created on the farm, complete with an aquaponic component and training.
I've heard of your work. It's brilliant and impactful. Solving the food desert challenge by creating food and jobs throughout the city?
Exactly.
Impressive.
Good for you, Andy. That's incredible. At least someone is making progress.
Okay, let's hear it. Todd, what has she gotten herself into? I need to know if she can still pay rent.
Meg wants to transform the city's transportation network to electric, and the company's not buying it.
That figures. If corporations could own the sun, they would buy it away from us. Now, if we could just get rid of the fossil fuel subsidies, we could really make progress.
Oh, but we like those subsidies. Our profit margin is very, very nice, n'est-ce pas?
Are you serious? Do you even?
Have you heard of the Citizens Climate Lobby? I volunteer with them, and I just heard some good news. The House passed the carbon fee and dividend bill we've been working on.
What?
Yeah, the Senate hinted they'll be bringing their version to vote within the week.
Why didn't you tell me?
When? When you were fuming and driving?
Seriously, I'm impressed.
Remind me, what's a carbon fee? I'm sorry, Meg, but is that a tax? Farmers are barely getting it by, and increasing fuel prices would be like a nail in our coffin.
That's the best part. The CCL has run the numbers. Farmers, especially sustainable farmers like you, are not impacted. The monthly dividend offsets the increased costs.
Maybe this is the catalyst the city needs to move forward with an electric transportation plan.
Yes, you go, girl.
Andre, you may not get it, but we have to do something. The city has finally compiled a climate action plan with a mayor brave enough to mention climate change in public. But if the corporations and the council don't change the business as usual, we're sunk, particularly in the transportation sector.
She was like this.
Not often enough. So what did you propose?
We really need a large investment in infrastructure from the federal government, but that's not happening. Our city's the perfect place to show the country how it's done. If we can do it in Houston, oil capital of the world, it can be done anywhere.
Meg, this is awesome. Have you figured out the storage challenge?
That's the kicker that'll stop her in her tracks. Snuff the idea right out. Like a nice extra large blanket of CO2 wrapped around a fragile planet.
Un moment, s'il vous plaît. What, my friend, is the challenge with storage?
We need to develop a private-public partnership with a battery manufacturer for the pilot. But remember, I do not even have permission to bring this idea before the council.
Wait, I know. My students have been working on city sustainability issues. We've been invited to present at the next council meeting. Perfect!
Uh-oh. I smell trouble.
What do you mean perfect? I told you we can't mention the idea to the mayor.
You've been told that you can't mention it, but what if I do? Then surely you are free to speak up in support of it, alluding to some of the numbers that I'm sure Todd will crunch for you. If you can get the mayor behind it, then
I will most certainly be out of a job.
And yet, the world would be one step closer to positive action that would make a difference. I don't know, Meg. Your job, the world, your loss versus benefits for generations to come. Kind of like Carly's idea.
Hey, you're an accomplice in this, sir. You're sounding as just as altruistic as Carly now.
Je pense que c'est une excellente idée. Ma chère amie Meg va changer le monde.
Hey, if you lose your job, I could always use a helping hand on the farm, although I can't guarantee any money.
My God, I am surrounded. Again, allow me to remind you, if we don't have a viable idea without a solution of the storage problem.
Pas de problème.
excuse me. Don't trivialize the challenge. This county, the energy hogs of the world, need to be taking dramatic steps in our own lives and at the federal level to mitigate disaster. We need to show the world that we have weaned ourselves from our addiction to fossil fuels.
Excuse me. We're still addicted to fossil fuels, no? We cannot just snap voila and make the problem go away. This takes work and coordination, and money is...
Money stolen from vulnerable Americans who suffer the most from pollution and climate change.
We can just give the money back. I can work from the belly of the beast to change the system, n'est-ce pas?
I'm sorry, what?
I have the solution to finding a private-public partnership.
Wait, what are you saying, Henri?
While we like our fossil fuels subsidies, we understand the future is renewables. We have been actively diversifying our portfolio. We have purchased one of the largest battery manufacturers of the world, and I am here securing contracts. Why not with the city of Houston? Voila!
I like that. Voila. Let's try that line at the council meeting, shall we?
I'm sorry, Henri. I assumed...
Pas de problème. This turtle shell of mine is very tough.
The council meeting will be exciting, for I'm on the docket as well to present about the grant. So another toast to change, including a new sustainable way of farming and solving the food desert challenge.
To new momentum for environmental solutions embraced by all, and friendships made along the way.
Henri tosses his cigarette into a nearby trash can.
To new labeling on every renewable system. Warning, this product may be addicting and good for your health and the health of generations to come.
To numbers that work, economics that are solid, and solutions that are clean, green, and effective.
To probably losing my job, but hopefully taking down Todd with me, all for the good of future generations. Sure, and while I'm at it, to my next car, may it be an electric convertible. Cheers!
Cheers!
Lights out.